live. What's happening, y'all? Welcome to Wild Wild Westworld. I'm your host, Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
And Jonny Jums Grutzius.
What's going on?
I don't know. What's going on, Mara?
Nothing.
Okay. We won't ask. Anyway.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Nope.
Story of my life.
Alley-oop, slam dunk.
Oh, man. It is funny because he was in the military. Anyway.
Well, let's move on. We can pass this.
We're here to talk about Westworld right now.
Not my sexuality.
Oh, man. But, yes, this episode here was a doozy.
It was a lot.
Like, this fucking show, y'all. Like,
it's connecting some things and
yeah, this one reached back up. This one, it reached back to the, I guess you could say, like the main plot line of the first season. A whole lot of the shit with the maze. Come to find out, a whole lot of the different things we were seeing all throughout the first season with the maze drawn on it happened because of this dude.
Where?
Yep.
Like, not only that, like not only is he woke, this man been woke for 10 years.
And he's been helping people out along the way.
Yeah, man, waking other people up.
Man. That's crazy.
Yeah, like the ones like they were finding, like when they were finding like the maze drawn inside people's like scalps and shit. It was because like they were like scalping them and drawing the maze in their heads and shit. Like, goddamn.
Shit's pretty wild.
Yeah. So let's go back. This episode kicks off because William's all fucked up from before, and Lakota dude finds him. What's Lakota dude's name?
Akacheti or some shit. Something cool.
That's
all I know. It's way cooler than my name.
What name did you say, Mara?
Like Akachita.
Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, he finds William and like, yeah, save this dude. Takes him back to, I guess, their camp. And Maeve's, quote, daughter is there. Let's see. What else? So
I always forget her name.
The daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Daughter.
Okay.
It's really, yeah, that works for me.
Youngest person in Westworld.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. So they find, they don't find it. Maeve's daughter is there because, they took the daughter back with them too. Come to find out later, it wasn't really a kidnapping. He's just looking out for her because he promised he'd look out for her.
Yeah, that was really cool to find out.
Like, things are not always what they appear to be.
I feel like this is the first time I was like emotionally attached to an episode.
Yeah, and they gave that to you, the whole thing with him, like, going out to find his wife, finds her.
Kahlua or something like that. Kahua.
Kahlua an alcohol.
Koa.
But yeah, he finds his wife. They go on this emotional journey to find this door that he found before. It's not there no more, but they still out there looking for it. But then along come the humans, and they snatch her up. Not sure how they snatched her up without snatching him up, but they separated at some point.
He left to go do something.
He walked away to go do something. He walked back, and they were taking her.
Yeah.
What
the hell are you doing way out here?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. That's behavior's problem. You ever think maybe, not even think maybe there's another one out there, but like, how do they just not notice? Like,
there's only one horse.
Or like they even showed like in earlier episodes, like in the earlier season when somebody started straying off, like they knew. Like
it's on that map thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Map. That's true.
How do they not know this? I don't know. Maybe because it was so long
maybe
ago.
becoming woke like takes your brain out of that, like gets rid of the GPS or something. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe that's a theory.
Like it's a possibility, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Keep going. We'll get to the answer.
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh,
My brain's just.
That's all we got.
That was the limit.
Yeah, that's all he got. Let me think. I mean, what else? So he also meets Ford. Turns out, you know, nobody else can pay attention or like notice what he's doing, but somehow Ford knew, and Ford's been watching.
Mm-hmm.
Ford knew everything was happening, almost like he programmed them all to do it in their own way.
Well, I think he more just see. This was earlier though. This was like back with Arnold. This is before Ford really started like fucking with shit.
Fucking with everything, yeah. Because he was asking him questions like, "Why do you do this? Why do you do that?" And he's like, you know, giving him all these answers and shit.
For open-ended answers.
Yeah. So I think this is more a result of their actual just base programming, like the stuff Arnold did more so than what Ford did. Let's see. This shit with Maeve when she's in the lab and shit, and they like, you know, the dude done cut her open and didn't fix her. Instead, he just like, you know, started dissecting and shit.
Yeah.
And like, you know, they find out, you know, she's actually like, you know, they know she can communicate with her mind now. But then, you know, Hale's like, yo, she's still doing that. Like, who the fuck is she talking to? And turns out she was talking to Lakota dude, named Akacheta.
Some shit.
Yeah.
Well, his wife called him Ake, so you could probably just call him that.
All right. So she was communicating with Ake and told Ake, like, yo, look out for my daughter. Like, just take care of her. And he's like, all right, we'll do that. And when you get up out there, you come find us. So that was cool.
Question.
Answer.
Even though the answer's pretty predictable, you think Maeve's gonna make it through?
I think so.
What about you, Johnny?
I feel like they haven't killed off too many of the main characters, but I guess it's not really. I was thinking like Game of Thrones.
Let's say it's not Game of Thrones though, because they really didn't kill off characters like that last year either.
The only person they really killed was Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Who planned it, and he's in this season,
and he's still not actually dead.
He's still there.
Like he's like in the Matrix, so he's not even dead.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't really kill characters off like that. That's not really their thing.
Especially when, like, 90% of the cast can be just reanimated on the show.
Right.
Right.
Well, yeah, they could still be reanimated. They wouldn't have their memories anymore because they destroyed all the backups.
Well, yeah, what I meant was more, like, I mean, since in the present tense, right now, Delos is just trying to, like, clean up everything.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if Maeve was to die, that's just it. You know what I mean? That's just the end of it.
Right.
Like, they're not really like, don't put anyone back up out there. Like, we're just trying to clean up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but I hope that Maeve makes it through. I mean, she's the same person.
She's one of my favorite characters. I would love for her to make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get her. Reunite her with her daughter finally, like for real, get reunited now that she remembers, you know?
Yeah, I was going to say, because daughter's starting to remember now, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the credits, her name's Maeve's daughter or Homestead Girl.
Okay.
Doesn't even give her a
So
name.
we still don't have a name.
You went back and looked?
I looked at the credits that they gave her, and then his name is Akacheta, like Akecheta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Akacheta. Or some shit. I catch you.
But yeah, speaking of daughters, William's daughter shows up.
Well, as soon as she showed up, I feel, because we spoke about it last week, so I was like, well, I saw this happening from 50 miles away.
Spoke about what last week?
we mentioned that she was going, like, we didn't know that the Lakota, that Ake was going to take him, but, you know, or, like, rescue him and all that, save him and stuff like that. But we did kind of talk about how he figured the daughter was going to be the one who found him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's when she showed up at the end. I was like, well, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
But yeah, she rolled up and they're like, yeah, we want him to, we want him to feel pain, we want him to suffer, blah, 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 blah. She's like, oh, yeah, we want the same thing. Just give him to me. I'll make sure that happens. So.
Because he has a lot of stuff to answer for, so.
Well, yeah, he's a shitty human being.
He was like, when he first saw her again, he was like, thought she was Ford. And then he still thought she was Ford.
He looked up and he was just like, fuck. He's
man.
like, I'd rather just die.
Yeah. This was a fun episode. Well, not fun, but it was a good episode.
It was a nice, hearty episode because it wasn't like a lot of trying to understand more mumbo jumbo about how the park works, as opposed to seeing getting a little bit more insight as to how the host
like evolved to the world.
Are evolving, or more of like what the procedure of what the park does to them.
Yeah.
Affects them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they only see it as this is our property, like this is our storyline, just elaborating. But it's kind of just like their minds are developing and opening up and realizing, hey, I had a life before. It's like you ever know, like when people say you feel like you've done something before, like deja vu, and then some people are like it's something that happened from your past life. It's like watching them literally go through it all the time.
Yeah.
Only difference is like it actually did happen. Like,
yeah.
In all honesty, it could have just happened to them yesterday, and they just don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that like this whole time I thought Maeve was like the first real woke host.
Yeah.
And then it turns out Ake
the Lakota dude was for 10 fucking years. Dude, like that's fucking. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because Native Americans are first at everything.
Yeah.
It was funny when he said when he was talking about when the Delos people or the technicians or whatever came and took Kola, whatever her name is, away, and then he was just like, and then they took her away or something like that, and then I thought he was gonna say who it was, and I was like, colonizers.
That's hilarious.
That's not what he said.
That would have been great, but nah.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
We did get a kind of follow-up on what's his face? Ben Barnes' character. I never know his name. The brother-in-law.
Oh, Logan.
Logan, thank you.
Yeah, we did. Well, not really update. You just kind of found him sitting out there all like fucked up from the sun.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, because remember I had asked, because we still haven't seen how he got out of the park, but I kept wondering what happened to him after William sent him off on that horse.
Yeah, because he was still naked and bound up.
He gave him a blanket and like, all right, your people.
Oh, the horse died. Yeah.
Yeah.
The horse dead.
Yeah. So he just, gave him a blanket, like, here, you be all right, and rolled away.
He's like, he's too far. He's too far gone. There's no helping him. But he still got out though, because we know that Logan dies later on outside from like God's sins.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anything else from this episode you all wanted to make sure we touched on?
I did not cry at all during this episode, but my heart felt everything.
It had some feels. It was a good episode.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be it for this week's episode of Wild Wild Westworld. Don't forget, if you're not watching us live on Facebook.com/Creation Magazine, come on by. check us out. But if you are watching live, remember you can catch this on podcast services everywhere. Also, don't forget to follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at Creation Magazine. And you can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Sir_Cussalott. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mara Deshark. That's MARADASHARK.
And John, where can they find you?
Jonny Jums, JONNY JOMS for all that shit.
Cool. Now just remember that we forgot to figure out or say who's winning this week.
Oh shit. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now that I know that what's his name, AK,
Mm-hmm.
has been woke for real long, I thought that was pretty cool. He's winning. He's still alive. You know, he just told May, helping May's daughter.
Yeah, he's only died once in 10 years, and that was on purpose.
Yeah.
I kind of want to say Maeve, in a sense.
Explain.
Hear me out. I mean, all she really wants is to, like, you know, get to her daughter and make sure she's okay. And even though she's kind of being guinea pigged right now, or lab ratted, I should say, it's like now she has confirmation that her daughter is in okay hands and stuff like that, and she's still able to reach out to them in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And now her daughter remembers. So, like, it's a step in the right direction. Now all she has to do is fucking survive and get to them.
True.
I get that.
I think it's like a low-key underdog win.
I get that. That makes sense. I'd agree with that.
I can see where you're coming from.
Thank you.
I mean, I still think you're wrong, but I can see where you're coming from.
Oh, my God.
Well, you already know Travis is going to say that shit.
Who's losing this week?
William.
Yeah.
I was thinking William, too.
Yeah.
No matter which situation, like, William was fucked no matter what. Like, whether he stayed with the Lakotas, they were just gonna keep letting him survive and then probably torture him some. And now his daughter's probably going to emotionally torture him.
This is true. All right.
I can't really think of anything else either.
Yeah.
I'd say William.
I'll agree with that. We'll go ahead and end it there then. Say goodnight, y'all.
Good night, y'all.
All right. Until next time, we out.